Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you are going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that I received. In the translation of that message, it reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I am a man who is currently stuck here in Johannesburg and I want to go back home, but I don't even know where to start. Some of you might ask me, why is it you don't just get a job and after getting a job, then you just return back to your country? I am working, guys. I have been working for the past 17 years or so in South Africa, but whenever I have money, bad things will always happen to me. There was even one time when I did a deal and I ended up having 40K that I had in my pocket, but that money, where it even went to, I really do not know. But there was this other woman who started being friendly with me and I proposed love to her. She was a married woman. She is the most beautiful woman in our location. She just came to my house asking for a charger, and the things that she was wearing, any man could have fallen for her. I then proposed love to her and she asked me how much I had, and I told her that I had 5K to sleep with him, and she said that it is too little. She wanted more so that she could sleep with me all night. I ended up giving her 10K. She found out that I had money. Then she told me that she had a lot of problems that she had been facing and she just wanted us to go out shopping. So as a way for her to get healing therapy because she was being abused by her husband, I then took him to the mall. When we went to the mall, Brother Nashi, she started shopping like she was a possessed woman. I had not yet been given the cookie, so I was scared that if I start complaining, she'll be like, I'm a stingy man, then she won't give me her cookie, which I desired the most, because she had told me that she does not want a man that is a stingy man, and she will give it to me after we would have finished the therapy for shopping. So she spent almost 20K when we were at the mall, and I even ended up buying an iPhone for her. So the money was finished. It was a second-hand iPhone. When we returned back to my place, I was shocked to see that I only had 500 rands that was left in my pocket of the 40K that we had made, that we had given each other. The people that I did deals with, they went to Zim and they bought cows. Some of them, they even started building. But as for me, all that money, I spent it in one day, in one night, when I spent the night with that South African woman. After a couple of days, when she saw that I really did not have money, then she accused me of being a liar. Yet I had spent all of this money on him. The day when I slept with him, she even claimed that I had made her to fall pregnant. She even said that she wanted money because she was pregnant for me. I asked her how was it so that she knew she was pregnant. She said that she knew, she just felt that the way that I had been hitting her too hard, her womb had opened up. So I'm just trying to tell you some of the situations that happen in my life whenever I have money. It's either it's women, it's alcohol, or I get robbed. There was a time when I even started going to church. I was robbed when I was going to church. Those Nyaupe boys, they stole my Bible, they stole my phone, and they stole my 21 rand, which I was supposed to use to return back to the location, because where I was going to attend the church, it is a Zimbabwean church. So I had gone there the first week and I had given my life to Christ. The following week, I had even managed to do a peace job, and I went and I bought formal shoes, a formal trousers. I even bought a formal shirt and a tie, but I did not put on the tie because I did not even know how to do it anymore. So the moment that I got off from the taxi when I was in town, there were some Nyaupe boys. I just thought that they were going somewhere. They got up and they started following me. I thought that maybe they were following someone else because I was holding my Bible and I was speaking with this other cousin of mine who stays in Durban on my phone. And it was not even like an expensive phone. It was just a normal Mobicel that I was using at that time. So, Brother Nashi, when I was walking That was when those boys said that they wanted my phone and they took my Bible. They stole my Bible and my Mobicel. So the money that I had, which I was supposed to use to return back to the location, they took it. And I just said, maybe it is a sign from God that he does not want me in his church because some of the things that I did. So I used to be in Amaguma Guma, and I am a prisoner of bad luck. My life is just like a prison. Sometimes when I see the vehicle for correctional services, I feel like it is better, like the prison is calling me home, because when you are in there, you are given food, you are given everything that you want, and you know that you are being taken care of, because this life that I am living, it is just a prison. You can call me Farai. I am a man that is aged 42 years old. But when you look at me, you will think that I am even much more older because of the stress that I always have. I want to confess to you all the things that I did. So I grew up in Masvingo, but one of my auntie, she then got married to a Venda-speaking man who was staying in Beitbridge. So this man, he had an illegal tavern that was not registered. What they used to do, they would go to Messina and they would buy alcohol and they would cross the border back into Zim illegally, so using some canoes, and then they would sell the alcohol. So they used to make a lot of money. As for my father, he was the one that made me to leave Masvingo and for me to start staying in Beitbridge. My father was a drunkard and a womanizer. My mother, she was someone that just used to hustle in Masvingo town. Life was really difficult. I do not want to lie to you. I then left home when I was 24 and I started staying in Beitbridge. My plan was that I was going to get a license and I'll start driving taxis that go into Messina and return back to Zim. That was the plan that I had. When I arrived in Beitbridge, I saw that life was not what I thought it was. Everyone was just hustling, and to hustle was not an easy thing. So I started hustling, also selling some frozen freezes by the bus rank, selling water, and also working for other women that were cooking, because there were a lot of people that were now migrating from Zim going into South Africa. So there was a lot of business that was happening in Beitbridge. By the bus rank, I would make sure that I make some money. I always wanted to get a driver's license, but bad luck after bad luck. And then that was when I started being friends with these other guys. They were Venda-speaking guys. So these guys, they told me that they were in the business of transporting people, because the way that people migrate from other countries into South Africa, it depends with how much money you have, how rich you are. There are those that are very wealthy. They come to South Africa using the plane, and then there are those that are okay. They come through the borders using the buses. Then there are those that are the poorest of the poorest. Those are the ones that travel through the forest and taking risk, even swimming in the river where they are crocodiles in Limpopo. Those ones, they are the poorest. So they told us that their market was those people that did not have money. You would find out that maybe the person is only 200 rand and that person wants to cross into South Africa. They told me that what they do is that they will give a promise to that person that, okay, we are going to let you cross into South Africa, but along the way they will just run away from that person and they will leave that person stranded in the bushes. If they get eaten by wild animals, it is up to them. If they get carried away by Limpopo, Limpopo carries the blood of many Zimbabweans that have died in that river, because most of these people, they are poor anyway. There is no one who even bother to see what is happening or what has happened to them when they are crossing the border. So they told me that this was a good hustle and they were making a lot of money. They would start in Zim, then in the evening they would be in Messina drinking their alcohol with the money that they were being given. So I also wanted to be part of it. They told me that they were into this business and they were living a very comfortable life. I then joined them. We would go by the Limpopo River and we would carry the people that would be wanting to cross into South Africa. Some of them would even bring them from Beitbridge those that will be stranded by the taxi rank in Beitbridge, not knowing how exactly they can cross into South Africa. So we ended up even robbing people. What we used to do is that we would hide in the bushes waiting for the Zimbabweans that were trying to cross into South Africa during the night. We would carry pangas, knives, as well as knockberries. As for the knockberries, these were brought by some other guys that were from Gwanda. They were Ndebele speaking. Those were the ones that brought the knockberries with them. As for us, we used to carry pangas and knives. And we did not even care if you were young, old man or a woman. The moment that you entered into that no-go area between South Africa and Zim, then you were like a prey to us. And I remember each and every night, like, it terrifies me and it traumatized me, because each and every person that I had in those bushes, it's like I always see their faces. Each and everything that I did, even though this happened so many years ago, but to me it is like it is yesterday. So there was this other family. It was a father, mother, 2 children that were halfway across the river. That was when we jumped and we started shouting like we always did. So they were terrified. We took everything, their money, clothes, and we took everything. They even had bread and pap that they were carrying in a plastic bag so that they can eat along the way. But one of us ended up hitting the father with a knockberry. He collapsed. I was even scared because I thought that the man was dead. I do not want to tell you some of the things that we did to the woman, but the people that I was working with, all that I can say was that they were like wild animals. We stripped her naked, and the rest of the story I can't share with you since this is a public platform. We left them there by the river. That man, he had a broken leg. It has been 17 years since we did all of these things, but I cannot escape. I have gone to different healers here in Johannesburg where I am staying. I have tried everything, Brother Nashi. I even ended up begging for food in the streets. When I saw that the people that I was working with, they were wild animals that were not afraid even to kill. That was when I migrated from Beitbridge and I came to Johannesburg, where I started working. I started working as a security guard. I have tried different jobs, security, construction. I even tried to drive. I always get fired for a little mistake that I just do at work, then immediately I will be fired. I have tried hustling. I even tried forex trading that we were being made to do by a Nigerian guy, like it was a scam that they were doing. Everything that I touch, it just turns into bad misfortunes for me. Every woman that I date will only date me simply because I have money. When I try to go back to Zim, like I told you, the moment that I say that I have money, that I'm saying that this money is the money that I have saved so that I can go to Zim, I will always face bad luck. There was even one time after I had managed to raise 3,800 and I said, this is too much. I can go back home. At least I can go back home with this money that I have. So when I was going to town, there were some clothes that I wanted to go to Pep, because I said that I cannot go back home without many clothes because I don't know when I will return back to South Africa. I went to Pep. I wanted a small phone, those little phones with buttons, and I wanted a power bank. So on my way going to Pep, I did not have enough money, so I had to walk to the mall. When I was walking through this other bush, that was when I was stopped by the police that were patrolling in that area. They then started speaking with me and they caught me that I was from Zim. They asked me for my passport. I did not have anything. And then they got me into their car. They were driving a BMW and they said that they would take me to town. I started to cry because I was thinking about the money that I had left. They then drove with me to the location and then they said that you are going to give us this money. It is either we take you to Zim or you give us this 3.8. That money was gone, Brother Nashi. Just like that, the money that I had tried to save, I had even tried to do piece jobs so that at least I can raise that money. But in a matter of minutes, that money was just gone and I was stuck again. But I was relieved that at least those people had left me. So this is where I am right now. I do not even know. The situation has gotten so bad for me. I am living in a shack as I am speaking with you. There are times when I can't even afford rent money. So my landlord told me that when I do not have enough money, I have to renovate like his house because I am sort of like a go-to handyman. There is nothing that I can't do. Fixing geysers, electricity, anything that you want, even cars, I can fix your car. So he makes me to paint his house, fixing the geysers. I even finished installing solar panels on his house because I am unable to pay rent when he wants his rent money from me. I am tired of this life that I am living. I am a cursed man. This is what this other prophet from Pretoria told me. This man, when I went to him after I had been told that there is this other prophet, a hot prophet that just came from Zim, who is assisting a lot of people in Pretoria, I then got to Pretoria. When I went to Pretoria, that was when he said to me, "You are a cursed man and there is nothing that I can do." I asked him, what is it exactly am I going to do? He just said to me, wait upon the Lord because you are facing the judgment from God. And only until the judgment from God is finished, then you will be able to live a normal life. He even said that pray to God that you do not die and to be buried like a dog in South Africa. This is where I am. I don't know what kind of a prayer is a man like me is supposed to say. What kind of a prayer am I supposed to say to God so that God can forgive me? I am also human. I am suffering. I have suffered for the past 17 years. The people that I wronged, I'm sure that they were able to pick up the pieces. Some of them we just stole 50 rand from them. Is it enough to suffer 17 years simply because you took 50 rand from someone else? Why am I suffering as if I stole 1,000,000 rand? Please, God, forgive me. If there are things that I have done that need to be repaid, tell me what is it that I am supposed to do. I am also your creation, am I not? Why are you not showing your mercy towards me? This is the prayer that I always say. When I got robbed, even the Bible, by those Nyaupe boys, I was even shocked as to what kind of a punishment this is. There was one Sangoma who tried to assist me, but he just gave me some herbs after he had taken my money, and he said that go on your way. Very soon you are going back to your country. But the way that I suffered after that, I was only able to get a piece job after I had gone into the bushes and throw away all the things that the man had given to me. I am a humble person. It is just that I was influenced by my friends who told me that this was the way to go. As for my friends, a short story, what happened to them. The other one was killed in the forest by the army on the South African side because he was caught. He had a woman that he had tied to a tree and he was busy abusing her. The other one was stabbed to death when he was busy fighting with another Guma Guma in Beitbridge. For that I am grateful that I'm still alive, but there are times when I wish I even pray for death to visit me sooner because I am tired. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Let us try to talk with our brother in the comment section. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Hey,